Good morning. Sir Isaac Newton gave three laws related to motion. These are known as Newton's laws of motion. So, first law of motion we'll discuss. This is also known as law of inertia. So, Newton's laws of motion. First law of motion. It is also known as law of inertia. INERTIA. We will discuss what is inertia. Now, what does it state? Statement of Newton's first law. Any body at rest will try to remain at rest and any body in motion will remain in motion until it is compelled by any external force. Simply, if we want to define what is the first law of motion, we can say that any body at rest will always try to remain at rest, and a body in motion will always try to remain in motion until and unless any external force acts on it. That is the meaning of until it is compelled by any external force. Now, this is a duster. This duster is kept here. Now, this duster will remain here forever until and unless someone picks it up, removes it from its own position. You are applying some force, then only it is changing its position. Otherwise, it will continue to stay here. A piece of stone will continuously lie on the ground forever at the same place until and unless someone removes it. This is the meaning that a body at rest will try to remain at rest. And also it says that a body in motion will always try to remain in motion. It will not try to stop. That means if a body is in motion, it will always continue to be in motion. It will not stop until and unless some force is acting on it. But in real life you don't see this. Do you see that if a body is thrown on the floor, or if a body is thrown, it keeps on moving and moving? No, it comes to halt automatically. If you roll anything on the ground, on the floor, does it keep on running for infinite distance? No. After traveling certain distance, it automatically stops. But it says that if a body is in motion, it will continue to be moving forever until and unless any force acts on it. Then why does that body, which is thrown on the floor, stops after a certain distance? Who is preventing it? Definitely the friction acting between the body and the floor is preventing the body to move. Friction we cannot see. We cannot see the friction. So here some opposing forces are present. That is why. If there had been no friction, then the body would have continued to move and move and move. Clear? So this is the first law. Now you've seen that law of inertia. First law is also known as law of inertia. Let us understand what is inertia. The tendency of a body to remain in its state of rest or motion. This tendency, it is a tendency, this property is known as inertia, or it is the property due to which a body does not want to change its state, of rest or motion. Means it is due to the property of inertia that if a body is at rest, it always tries to remain at rest. It is due to the property of inertia that if a body is in motion, it always tries to remain in motion. It does not want to stop. Clear? So it is due to inertia that if a body is at rest, it will try to remain at rest. It will not try to move. Similarly, it is due to the property of inertia that if a body is in motion, it will try to remain in motion. It will not want to stop. Then what determines inertia of a body? That question comes. What is that factor which determines inertia? Answer is mass of body. If a body has small mass, it has small inertia, and if it has more mass, it has more inertia. Now small mass has small inertia, more mass has more inertia. Let us understand this meaning. So mass of a body determines inertia. You see one toy car and one actual car. A toy car is very small and one actual car is this is one actual car. Now the toy car is very small in mass, but an actual car is very high in mass. One car, normal car, measures 1000 kg, 900 kg, but a toy car is how much? 10 gram. Now you see, which car is easy to move? Toy car or the actual car? Definitely the toy car is easy to move. Why the toy car is easy to move? Because the toy car has small mass and small inertia. Actual car is difficult to move because it has more mass, so very high inertia of rest. So the toy car is easy to move. It is difficult to move. Okay, so similarly, one small piece of stone easily you can lift, but a very heavy piece of stone you cannot lift, because the heavy piece of stone has very high inertia of rest. Let me understand the same thing now in terms of motion. Toy car and actual car. Both are moving. If both are moving, what will happen? Now both are moving in this direction. Now which car will be easy to stop? If a toy car is moving along this direction, you can easily stop the toy car with a little force. But can you dare to stop this actual car? No. You'll say, I cannot stop this actual car because it is so big, I cannot stop. The technical term is, this small car has small mass, very less mass, so less inertia of motion, and it has high mass, more mass means more inertia of motion, so it is very difficult to stop. So a small body, if a small body is in motion, it has very less inertia of motion, so you can easily stop it. But if a heavy body is in motion, it has very high inertia of motion, so it is very difficult to stop. That is the meaning of inertia of rest and inertia of motion.